Welcome back to another episode of Day One Radio. We appreciate y'all listening through our partners at CLNS Media. Appreciate you watching through Live Hip Hop Daily each and every week, man. Make sure y'all rate, review, subscribe, and follow us on social media at Day One Radio. That is D-A-Y, the number one, and radio. As you can see in here, my partner in crime, my brother Maurice Garland, is not here this week, but we got to keep it rocking, man. And we fresh off the tail end of Cali picnic, man. I don't think I left my house all day yesterday. I was tired as hell. Y'all kept me on my feet all day Saturday, but it was well worth it. We had fun. And, you know, part of the reason that a lot of people came out, upwards of a little over 6,000 people, is because of these brothers right here, man.
Yo, what's going on?
Man, Spank and News, man, of Trap Kitchen. What's going on, fellas?
I'm just happy to be here, man. Thanks for having us.
Enjoying ATL.
Most definitely, man. We appreciate y'all coming out, man. Appreciate y'all turning up, serving that good food, man. Good energy, man. The people loved it. It was super funny, like, hella early in the day. Like, this super, like, I bought everything I seen in the rap video. White dude came up and paid to get in. It was like, where's Trap Kitchen? Walked straight to where y'all was at, got his food, and walked straight out.
That's how it be. He
came just for that.
Yeah, he came, like, legitimately. I saw people that I've never seen at any Cali picnic that came just to support y'all, just to come eat Blue Kitchen, all flavor, no grease, just really supporting the movement, man. So we appreciate that for sure. Man, how did you guys start? I feel like, you know, from inner city neighborhoods, we're always taught that the only way to come up is to play ball, go to college, or hustle. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you guys kind of did it your own way based off of things that you had a passion for. Like, how did that even begin? Like, because I'm sure, as always, we always got people that's naysayers and like, oh man, you can't do that. Or,
oh yeah, you gonna have that.
Yeah. So how did that whole thing, the love for cooking and realize you could turn it into a business, pop off?
I've been cooking since I was a kid, man.
Okay.
All the way back to when I was like 9, 11, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there where I really started being able to cook on my own. You know what I'm saying? Just carried it along the way as I grew up. Moms used to work 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? So we would have to fend for ourselves when we come home from school. You know, if she wasn't able to cook, we would have to, generally most of the time. So I got older, I started promoting parties and serving food at my parties, man. My house parties used to be crazy, man. I used to charge like 10 at the door, have people come in, pay, and I would, you know, feed them and get them drunk, and, you know, we was just having a good time. Right. Fresh out of high school, I met my bro.
Yeah, I was just hustling and selling merchandise and whatever I can get my hands on, in and out of trouble in the streets and just different stuff. And then I noticed bro selling food, not selling it, but, you know, going to school and preparing his career in food. And I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, let's hustle this food.
Yeah, man. I went to culinary school, dropped out of culinary school.
I heard you said, I have read that you were saying that, like, you went in and learned everything.
Yeah, and got out of there, man. Yep, and so I started traveling the Northwest and the West, the whole West Side, Vegas, Seattle, Oregon, L.A., you know what I'm saying? I was just playing that, but work had kind of slowed down. And so, you know, our first go-to is hustling. So when I came back home off the road, I had, hit bro, like, man, what's up? I need some dollars, you know what I'm saying? It's a brand new year. We need to make something happen this year. And so he was like, nah, we can't do that, man, but we sure can, you know, sell some food, you know. You got a following. I know how to sell stuff on Instagram, you know. Right. And we just tried it, and it just blew up. Straight like that. I ain't even, no cap. It just blew up for real.
What was it that you think that made people attracted to it almost immediately?
Because I was already posting pictures of my work.
Gotcha.
You know, but it just wasn't available to the public. You would have to order catering, or, you know, just be a close friend. You know, whenever I come around, I cook. You know, but now it's time. It was time to get paid for it.
Right. Now, what was it about the two of you guys that immediately, when y'all met, that y'all just clicked and it was cool?
Shit, we knew a lot of the same people. We hung in the same circles, knew the same girls, go to the same parties and stuff, you know.
Right. A lot of similar comparisons to each other, like, you know what I'm saying, shit we did, and just the girls we was around and the dudes, and it was just a relationship instantly.
We met through one dude from my hood and one dude from his hood. They're cousins, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And so they brought it together, and we just took off and did our own thing.
Most definitely. That's definitely what's up. The name, Trap Kitchen, I know it's an acronym for the trap, a couple acronyms for the trap. And it's, that's cool. Even back then, it's one of those names that it catches you. It's something that people use for everything now, where the trap used to mean something else. It's kind of evolved into different things.
Trapping is 95. Whatever you do to make a check, make a bag, no matter if it's legit or not legit, you trap it, you know?
Most definitely. What was the first client that y'all had where you were like, oh, we definitely got something. This is beyond just our friends and people from our neighborhood supporting.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese and Reverend Ryan and his family.
That's big.
Yeah.
That was big.
Remember what they ordered?
Yeah, chicken and shrimp Alfredo, spinach, corn, garlic bread, and salmon.
Got you. That's dope, man. Like, it's and once upon a time, like when people think Compton, they thought immediately bad thoughts because that's all they knew from the media and the music that people perpetuated, but not knowing it's a lot of families in Compton.
Compton birthed a lot of great icons.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So, I mean, it's a given.
Definitely, 100%, man. But yeah, that's dope that the celebrity clientele is there, but you guys seem to. I've been following y'all movement for a while, and it doesn't seem like it's a y'all have switched up at all.
Nah.
Like it's just real regular people. Gotta appreciate that. What keeps you from falling into that trap of no long? A lot of times we get success and we stop marketing and stop doing what for the people that got us there. So you start chasing the bigger check, chasing the whatever. What made you guys just keep it thorough and be able to serve both clientele?
So we got a lot of family in the streets, you know what I'm saying, that's not going to let us sell out like that, you know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't even going to say sell out. I'm just,
we're going to say it how it is. They sell it out, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I never been the type, like people get, it's crazy, man. People see us in the restaurants or the mall or something, and they, oh my God, I gotta take a picture. But it still don't hit me like, okay, we celebrity status and all that, man. I still feel like I'm regular,
right?
Which is to keep me humble and just not overstepping like the thought of like where we came from and to where we are now. Like we still trying to get somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. But it just gotta, I don't know. You want people to accept you at the same time without changing up who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just keep it like natural, you know?
You gotta be yourself.
Yeah, 100%, man. I definitely respect and appreciate that, man. Let's take it back a little bit, man. What was the first time that you realized that you were into food and you loved food more than the average person?
Like shit at barbecues, at family barbecues, or run holidays roll around, Easter, Thanksgiving. I just really like, I don't know, because those are the foods that I like to eat, and they're not always offered year round. You know what I'm saying? So once I learn how to cook it, I cook this all year round. You know what I'm saying? And then I get people's reactions when I'm throwing a little house party or a get together. You know what I'm saying? And everybody like, man, this is real good. And I'm like, wait, hold on, this is something cool, like, because I didn't even have no dreams of being a chef or nothing like that, man. I want to be a music producer, man. I'm a musician. I play the piano, play the drums, and like that's where I was geared my focus towards is being a producer. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But the way the food is on demand. I don't gotta wait around and try to sell no beats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can sell a plate like this. Right. You know,
you ain't gotta wait for publishing to get paid off no food.
No, and it's legit too. Trying to get harassed by the police, trying to sell. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sell some work here and there, and it just ain't working out for me. I ain't Woody cut out. That ain't part of my lifestyle. You know? Right. So it just came easy. Like this gotta be it. Because if this don't work, then I'm just gonna be out in the streets.
Right. So news, man, like for you, you said you was just out there selling merchandise, selling whatever, man. What made you connect to like sales is sales? Like
I mean, it's all the same thing, just different product.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when you in the streets hustling, you want a way out. You want to get a legit business. Mm-hmm. The average person probably got a barbershop, car wash, you know what I'm saying, a hair salon, a nail shop. I was thinking like, which one I'm gonna get? Which one of my drug money gonna buy me?
Right.
Right. You gotta clean it up.
You got it. Exactly.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I got into. Like, all right, I want to be a business owner. I want to be respected. I want to be able to be like, all right, what you got going on, news? Oh, I got this restaurant over here. Oh, where is it? You know what I'm saying? And now it's a conversation. It's not like, oh, what you doing? I can't tell them what I'm doing because I'm doing something that, you know what I'm saying, I can't talk about.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. And then when I seen bro with the food, I'm like, that's like, you know what I'm saying, like a restaurant.
Right.
A restaurant.
Now, most people, we've seen, the IG models, we've seen the clothing sold on there, but not a lot of people was pushing food through IG. What made you guys use that as a platform to sell it?
I had a crazy following already, man. Just doing personal chef work and promoting parties. So I had a following. And just how easy it was for him to call me and be like, bro, can you post these jeans for me? Or can you post this watch for me? And it get sold like that. Just because I had the platform.
Right.
But here you got this free platform where you don't, when Facebook is over here charging people just to do something they can do themselves.
Right.
And we got the minimal, it takes the minimal thinking or thought of making a caption that's describing what you have and how to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's plain. It's plain and simple.
At what point along the journey were y'all like, okay, this is cool and it's working, but we don't own this platform, so let's push people to our shit so we can own all of those licenses?
We got all that. We got our own website and just different stuff like that, but that's just where our following is at. We gotta, I guess, transition them from Instagram to that.
That's honest.
That's the hard part.
A lot of people forget that. That's really, especially in this digital age, kind of what it's about. Because at any point, like y'all know Cool John in the Bay, like that was his shit. Like Cool John was popping when the whole HBK thing started popping. He was heavy on IG and super popular and was doing well with the numbers. And for some reason, they shut his shit down. And it was right a week before he was dropping a project. So it fucked this whole shit up for no reason. So it's like one of them things where with social, we see it with Facebook now. How they going through their drama, owning the platform, the apps that you own, the website, pushing people to your shit. So you own those numbers, you get all the data, because they don't make money off our ads and none of that shit. They make money off the data mining. Yeah. That's what it's about at the end of the day. But we got hella techie on y'all and shit. It's all good. We coming back.
It's all
good.
We need to know that type of stuff.
Yeah,
that was a bar.
Most definitely, man. Now, as y'all popularity grew, because I know you guys had to straight up, go through for the delivery and catering and all of that stuff, man. Because nobody does it on their own. So how did y'all figure out who you wanted to pull in to be on your team and who you could trust to make deliveries and yada yada?
It came to us.
Did a lot ourselves, man.
Okay.
Did a lot of delivering ourselves, man. But I met DJ Kev, who's our delivery coordinator.
You met him out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so you met him out here?
No, I didn't meet him out here. I met him in LA at the studio doing music. You know what I'm saying? With my boy Buckmo.
Oh, okay.
And he was just dropping a little spill like, oh man, I heard of you and you need any extra help. I'm like, you got a car? Because at the time I didn't have a car. You feel me? I was using chicks' cars to go deliver. You know what I'm saying?
Making it happen.
Anyway, paying people just, he really stayed down, you know what I'm saying? So he became like a little brother. He's in, for life, you know what I'm saying? We had plenty of different drivers, and they were just inconsistent, you know what I'm saying? We would have to do everything ourselves. We cook, and then I'm gone. When we first started, I had a son. So my son would be in the grocery store where he 3-4 months, and I'm cooking and carrying him. Yeah. Bro had kids throughout the time, and we just had to make it work how we did. We was just in-house dads that was still making $1, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's really man, this is too much to get of money for us not to change our life. You know what I'm saying? It was addicting.
I hope y'all listening though, because that's a dope ass lesson. We make excuses all the time of why, I have this talent, but I can't do it because I don't have this. So I can to be I ain't got a car, but I know how to cook.
We didn't have nothing. I was sleeping on bro's couch. We didn't have shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just was moving around. I had to be in LA for this to be able to work. I usually stay in Portland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I had to stay, so I had to get in LA and get back in her neighborhood, and went from not having no car, made enough money, bought me a truck, you know what I'm saying, got me an apartment, You know what I'm saying? I had a roommate, but I was just moving up the ladder, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, here we are now, and we just doing so much and, like, taking care of our families, and it just feels good just to see the whole bubble up.
I know it was a success kind of out the gate, man, but when did it hit you that this was a business and not a hustle?
Really?
It's still a hustle.
Still a hustle.
It's still a hustle.
Yeah,
really?
Man, yeah. Instagram can crash at any time. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's on.
Yeah, I will get outside on the corner and I will be outside selling. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it have to come down to, we will do that shit.
We gotta do smoke signals.
Yeah,
right.
You feel me?
Setting up smoke
and
signals.
that's interesting that you say that, because you guys have done a lot of a lot of TV, a lot of different interviews and big outlets, independent outlets, the whole nine. Got the book deal out, got the merch going, but y'all still hit cities and touch the people.
That's what I always wanted to do, though. I didn't want really to be stuck in a brick and mortar. I didn't want to really be stuck in a brick and mortar. Like, I do want one, but I just feel like I'm limiting myself, because once you start the franchise, the taste quality goes down. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, that's so true.
Why not hit these states ourselves?
That's
feed
so
the people
Especially when
ourselves.
you promoting it on Instagram, how we promoting it, and you got all these people around the world that can't get the food, but they looking at it all day.
Yeah,
they looking at us. They watching us. They want to meet us now. Right. They can't come to LA probably.
Right.
Or you can't afford it, whatever. But we can come to your city and state and open up and pop up.
That's crazy you say that, because people and from living in Vegas, like, you'll go, like, every big chef has a restaurant in Vegas, but you go and it's like it's okay,
but it's
not them.
They're not there.
I mean, even like in New Orleans, like, Emerald don't even cook at the restaurant with his name. He cooks at another restaurant in New Orleans with a different name. His name ain't even on it. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. Like, when I was eating red meat, I used to love Shake Shack.
Oh, Shake Shack. We just started getting them in
California. I worked across the street. Me and Coffee worked across the street from the one on 23rd. Yeah, and I would go over there and get burgers when they were open, because they only open a few months a year, and then they started expanding. And, like, I had a couple in New York at other locations still good. I had one in Atlanta or somewhere else, and I was like, it ain't the same. It's hard to
it's hard to duplicate that, man. That's why, like, we do have other chefs that are on board, but we spend a lot of time with them. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that the food tastes how it's supposed to taste, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to taste like how we make it,
Definitely.
And so, like, you can't be in two places at one time,
Right.
But people don't understand that, man. They think we like machines. Like, we're supposed to just customer service, and the food industry and just pleasing people is a constant task, man. You feel me? Like, they troll us, they do all the crazy, just dealing with customers, man. It's some crazy shit, man, for real. I swear to you, man. But
what's the craziest request, the craziest response that you've gotten from
man? They just they got champagne taste on a beer budget, especially when they order catering, they want all this extravagant stuff for this many people, but don't want to pay you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all. We're not into the business of,
right.
Or being, being in debt or not
making away the food.
Yeah, we're not in the business of that. We do free stuff. They're gonna have to wait for them type of days. But as far as just business, just doing business with other black people, man, it's so hard, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're accustomed to a style of service, or because supporting black business. I hate when people say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for supporting other black businesses, but food is universal. There's not really no ethnicity tied to it as in such where you only coming to buy food from me because I'm black. No, you came to buy food from me because the food is good.
Because if it was bad, they came once and never came back again.
To support black. I'm saying it's like a double-edged sword. It doesn't make sense. So I'll tell them I support who supports you. And come buy food from me because you're hungry and it's good food over here. Don't say, I'm just trying to support black business. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you putting a block on us, because we cater to all races. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be just. We are a universal company, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love all races, I love my black people, but sometimes they're the worst people to deal with.
How did you guys come up with the logo? I thought the logo was crazy.
Just as a kid, man, I love Chinese food, and just having those Chinese boxes when your mama come home with the takeout, and you don't know what's in the boxes though, but it's going to be some good food, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of,
Gotcha.
Yeah. And just the style of how we were serving food. We want it to be to go. Like, you only order, you can't sit down, you know what I'm saying? It's always, you know what I'm saying, to go boxes type.
Right, definitely. What's your favorite thing, both of you guys? What's your favorite thing to cook on the menu?
Gumbo.
You like gumbo?
I love cooking gumbo.
Baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs? Okay. I would do a gumbo is the one thing that I still have not figured out. I don't want to do like the fillet. I don't want to like just buy one. Mm-hmm. Like I try to do it the roux.
The roux?
Dog, it's so hard.
It's no YouTube.
It's not hard. You just gotta have you gotta have the cast iron pan.
Yeah.
Gotta have the cast iron pan.
That's probably the issue.
And you gotta just know how to take it on and off the fire. Yeah. If you smell it getting too hot, take it off. But never stop stirring.
Yeah. I gotta borrow one of my grandma's cast iron pans next time I go home. I already got the flavor in it though. I want it already got the flavor in it.
Now, you can buy roux in the jar though. This ain't nothing but flour.
That's what I was saying.
I don't want flour and oil.
I know, but
it's not seasoned, not nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to make a roux and you trying to make gumbo, go get the jar, man. I would suggest
that's what people have always told me. I just be trying to do it on my own. I've done it right a couple times, but it don't go sometimes.
How long you be stroking it? An hour?
Yeah,
in there.
Yeah, it's
mahogany color.
Right.
Man.
Exactly.
And you get burnt and popped and all that. Don't let that oil jump out that pan on you, man.
Right.
You're going to be in trouble.
Nah, you're right. I've been there before.
Just go get the jar, man.
For you, man, like I know that you guys, you hit different cities, man, and you do the pop-ups and everything, but you guys also recently expanded to Portland, which you have, ties to the city, man. What is the strategy behind the expansion of having a truck in Portland, and do you guys plan on doing that in other cities as well?
Well, for one, Portland is like a big foodie town. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So big cart towns. There's parking lots full with carts that don't move. They stay there. People come open their carts up, and it's like like an eating festival.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? On the regular though, there's different parks set around the city, and you can try, whatever you want from here to there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's just the greatest thing. Me being a foodie myself and spent so much time in Portland, it's only right that I have one, Mm-hmm. And in the early stages of Trap Kitchen, I used to go to Portland and run the same program that we did in LA, and it worked the same way. It was the same reaction. Like we have people lined up down the block to come in the house and get their plate and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, we getting this good feedback up here. We can do it at two places at once.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On a small scale.
Yeah. Being that, how y'all business model was, like, it's not what, I'm sure somebody may have done it before, but it's not really what you've seen with food a lot. Did the police mess with y'all thinking you was doing something else?
Oh, yeah. They had private investigators outside my house. Cause we used to do it at my apartment, you feel me? So they used to have little undercover cars, unmarked, no uniforms. They pulled over a customer leaving the house one day and they ran through his bags just to find out that it was just some food. And they like, okay, they're in there selling food. My boy like, I didn't want to tell on y'all, but he like, you know what I'm saying, they think y'all selling drugs. So we told them, y'all just selling this. They like, okay, you know what I'm saying, tell them we'll close the case. We'll leave them alone.
Wow. That's wild.
And then they done came and bought food from us too and spooked us. You know what I'm saying? Spooked us.
We done got pulled over, and when they figure out who we were, they let us go. You know what I'm saying? Just
being a black man, doing business.
Driving while black, man.
Yeah, 100%. It happens for sure. Is there anything that you guys have wanted to put on the menu that you don't think people are ready for yet?
It's a couple of things.
No. What you think?
I mean, then that they ain't ready for it. It's just everybody don't got the taste buds for certain stuff, maybe.
Got you. Like what? Like, give me an example.
Like curry.
Okay.
Like curry chicken. You know what I'm saying? We started out, the first time we ever did it, it blew up. Then we tried to run it back, and it was just like, nah, we're not really feeling curry. And I meet a lot of people that don't like curry, but me, I love it,
Right.
So that's basically what my menu is based off, the things that I like to eat, you know what I'm saying? But I like to share that stuff with people.
Right.
Oysters, fried oysters, I love them. You know what I'm saying? Just different little things that I like. Frog legs,
gotcha.
Alligator, you know what I'm saying? people in LA not really hip to that. More as like the South, y'all like know about that. You know,
we just had some bomb gator.
We put crawfish in our gumbo, and people were tripping out. Like, what is this?
What is this? Right.
Like, what is this in our
gumbo? But that don't make no sense because all of our families is from the South.
Man, you'd be surprised, man.
Like my family been in Oakland for
some people ain't
60,
even
70
left
years, but they from Louisiana.
We live 10 minutes from the beach, man. And some people ain't never been to the beach in their lifetime. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Never been, ain't never been to the snow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I feel like, I don't know. I guess it's because the state is so big. But I find I got friends that are in the streets, and I have friends that got doctorates that have traveled the same.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy to me. But I guess, if you don't never leave, if you feel like Vegas is going on a trip, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of people ain't been to Vegas, man. That tripped me out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's
the basics.
Yeah, it's very basic. Like, man, get a passport, especially with old boy in office, man. You never know when you might have to get up out of here. Straight up. For you guys, man, you talked about that you'd rather be among people than to do a brick and mortar, but I think obviously, especially with people coming at you like a restaurant, it's inevitable.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
It's coming.
What I feel like you guys are disruptors, though. So what would be different about your restaurant than the average restaurant?
I don't know yet, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want it to be too much. I want to be a traditional cafe type feel, like that stays open late, that like for club hours and
right.
Because in LA, it's not really too many places to eat after 2 a.m.
Right, just that Brazilian spot. That's about it. Yeah.
So
hot dogs on the corner.
Yeah.
I want it to be, like we have Beauty and Essex out there in LA, and that's a New York-based restaurant. Mm-hmm. But the storefront, the front of it is a pawn shop. You didn't even know it was a restaurant. So you walk in, it's a legit pawn shop, and they open this door.
Like some speakeasy type stuff.
Yeah, super speakeasy. You walk in and it's super 5-star in there. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Just giving the name Trap Kitchen, but the dining experience that you get is the total opposite, or it's not what you thought. Just like when people meet us, like Trap Kitchen, oh my God, what is that? Like, nah, you come in here and get this 5-star food. You ain't got to drive all the way down to Beverly Hills to get this. You right here in the cut, or really, I want to get next to the Rams Stadium, if not inside the stadium.
Inglewood is changing.
Oh yeah, super. Oh yeah, they gentrifying that crazy,
super crazy.
Well, most of LA, man,
that's real. Most definitely. Casey Veggie's a rapper. He said a while ago that he thought that the food game was the new rap game. Y'all agree with that or disagree with that?
Very much so, man.
It is. We got so many people like popping up now that's a chef or just started a culinary business and just on Instagram now, or just copying us. They want to make pineapple bowls and just all kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's the new wave.
You also see a lot of rappers opening up food restaurants.
Yeah, I know Nas is.
Yeah, oh yeah, Sweet Chick,
bomb, which is pretty good. Yeah, I went to the one in New York on the Lower East Side. It's damn good.
Yeah, everybody it's art. You feel me? It's food is art, man. It's another form of art, and it pairs good with music and entertainment. True. So, which is like relevant. You gotta have nightclubs or venues, and you got to have some food with the drinks. With your show.
Right.
And so we just been getting a reaction, though. They treat us like rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we walk around and we get booked and we going to do shows that some of my favorite rappers ain't even been on. Breakfast Club, Hot 97, and The Chew, being on CNN, Bon Appetit. All of just doing things like we were pushing a mixtape. We pushing our cookbook like as if it was a mixtape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we getting booked for a whole lot of stuff and getting to do podcasts, and it's really a great experience.
Definitely. How did the whole book deal come about, man?
I don't even know, man, to be honest, man. One of my managers brought it to our attention, and it was like, why not, man? That would be dope,
Yeah. Like Arthur's.
We're working on our second book right now as we speak, yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's real big. They say once you write a book on something, you can call yourself an expert.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, man. What do you guys see, man, like 5 years from now? Where do you see this whole thing?
That might be when the brick and mortar comes in.
Still thriving. It's probably gonna come before 5 years, but we probably be looking to open up another brick and mortar somewhere on the East Coast or here in the South.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Last question, man. If both of you could describe Compton in one word, what would it be?
The greatest place on earth.
In one word.
Make that one word. Hashtag.
Entrepreneurial. Is that a word?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
You got all kind of flavors and spices coming out of Compton, from sports to entertainment to food to politics. Just everything, to acting. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of everything in Compton. For us to be the hub, we are the center of the rest of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though it might not look pretty, you know what I'm saying? We got some pretty dope people coming up out of Compton. And I can say that, you know, and being from L.A. and Compton, because I was born in L.A. and I moved to Compton when I was like 12. Right, but right when you soaking up how you supposed to act and who you side with and what's cool and what's not cool. You meet your friends in middle school. So I really like grew up in Compton, you know, along with LA. So I got the best of both. But really Compton is like really unique. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, if it wasn't for Compton, I probably wouldn't be here. My mom is from Compton.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I always gotta pick it up, for sure.
I think everybody tied to Compton in some type of way.
Some kind of way. Pops from Oakland, mom's from Compton. So I got the best of both worlds, for sure. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through, bro. Much love, nothing but for success. I hope to have y'all back next year for Cali Picnic. 25th anniversary, bigger and better.
Yeah, man, we're going to be way more prepared next time, boy. We're going to spend a week out of here prior.
Yeah.
That was a lot. It took a lot to get ready for that.
Yeah.
But we made it happen. It's the ultimate thing. It was a good turnout.
Most definitely. Tell people where they can support y'all, how they can get your products, how they can get your food, everything.
So the book is on all platforms where you can buy books at. Kindle, Amazon. It's on BarnesandNoble.com, Target, Walmart, everywhere. You can buy the book anywhere. It's in stores in certain places too now. You can find us at on Instagram at The Real Trap Kitchen or Trap Kitchen _news. You can find us on Facebook at Trap Kitchen LA. We have Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we on all platforms.
Dope. Most definitely, man. Appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for watching. And we'll see you next week with another dope show.
Shout out to DJ KV Kev and Trap Kitchen Money Blanco, man.
No doubt.